on the record in the Norcutt v. Council matter.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Case number D165374999D.
Okay, thank you, counsel. Your appearances and bar numbers first, and if you're retained or unbundled, we'll start with Mr. Page, the counsel for the plaintiff first.
Good afternoon, Fred Page, bar number 6080, on behalf of plaintiff here in an unbundled capacity.
Okay. Cooley? Oh, you're muted. Hang on. You have to
Yeah,
unmute.
I got it.
Okay.
Sorry. Shelley Cooley, bar number 8992. I am the court-appointed guardian ad litem for the child, Gage Counsel.
I thank you for appearing in today's hearing. This is a motion for a temporary order. The father is seeking a temporary change of custody pending trial in early 2021. I'm going to hear arguments for each of their respective positions. But first, let me ask the GAL if there has been any recent contact with Gage, the minor child. He's 13, maybe going to be 14, I'm not sure.
Your Honor.
13, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Cooley?
Thank you, Your Honor. I tried contacting Gage on August 18th at the Washington phone number that I have in my file, and the message indicated that there were calling restrictions. So I inquired further, and I was informed that Gage could be reached at a different number. I can say it on the record if the court would like, or...
That's fine, you don't have to say it.
Okay, so at a different number, and Suzette answered the phone, and I left a message with her on August 18th asking for Gage to call, and I did not receive a call back, so I called again on the 19th and left another message. I have not yet spoken to him. I've talked to other individuals. I've spoken to Gavin, Gage's adult brother. I've also spoken to 2 mentors that work with Gage in Washington, but I unfortunately, despite my efforts, have not actually spoken to Gage.
Well, I was hoping to get an updated report. When was the last time you spoke to Gage, Ms. Cooley?
When I submitted my report in November of last year, I believe.
Duly noted. Okay, well, I wasn't sure if I was going to make a decision today. I thought I might want to get some more additional information. Mom was trying to call in Seattle, not Las Vegas, trying to get a hold of the child, and whoever was in charge of Gage didn't make the child available for an updated report in preparation for today's motion hearing. I mean, the other option is to wait until we have a GAL report, or we go ahead and argue it, get the GAL report, and have it submitted, and then I'll make a temporary ruling, depending on the outcome.
Your Honor, can I address that, please? The GAL, may I ask what phone number that she has called and how she got that phone number? Because on every court document, my phone number is clearly listed, and my email is clearly listed for contact. Mrs. Cooley has yet to reach out to me directly, so I've had no knowledge of any contact whatsoever.
Go ahead, Ms. Cooley. You could say the number on Dad's end.
Okay, I will provide both numbers. So the number that I have always called Gage at, 253-293-4875, has calling restriction. And I was unable to leave a message or anything else.
I'm sorry, 253, I have no knowledge of what that phone number is.
Okay, next number.
Okay, the next number is 702 655-7331.
Again, I have no knowledge of what phone number that is. It is not my phone number.
The individual that answered the phone identified herself as Suzette. Is that your significant other?
Well, again, that phone number is not my phone number. So how did you obtain that phone number?
I was provided that number by Goldie. She said that Gage had contacted her at this number, and that this would be a number to call him.
Well, again, Your Honor, I'd like the court to recognize that the GAL seems to be collectively coercing with the other party. The GAL clearly has my phone number is listed on every court document. She clearly has my email address. She is more than welcome to call my phone at any given point in time. She has yet to do so. She is more than welcome to email me at any given point in time, and she is welcome to do so as she has in the last hearing when I checked in and said, hey, I'm here, and she responded to my email address. Just like her report from last year, she did not wait till the fourth quarter in the last minute to file a report with minimal investigation that, Your Honor, the court even clearly recognized that and said that you would use it for weight and not even put it on file. Your Honor, this GAL clearly is working coercively with the other party, and I would respectfully request that she is removed from the case because she's one party. And I would like to argue my case.
We will make some further inquiry, and Ms. Cooley, I'd like you to respond to the what the father has said regarding ability to contact. Go ahead, Ms. Cooley.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate that. With regard to contact with the child, given that Gage is 13 years old and has his own cell phone, the only time that I had contact with either parent when I filed my initial report was the initial phone call to get the contact information and get some history about Gage from each parent. All of my subsequent contacts with the child were directly through the child via his cell phone. I'm aware of the allegations in this case from both parents. So I was attempting to go directly through Gage instead of a parent with regard to.
So if you've had difficulties, and it is your duty to contact.
May she finish?
One moment, sir. I'm going to mute you. Okay, hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's distracting.
Go ahead, finish.
Ms. Cooley.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I muted him.
Okay. And if you have any questions, please, Your Honor. But with a child this age, with the allegations that are pending from both parents, I try to have direct contact with the child so that I'm not getting one parent's story over the other. I'm actually talking to the child without the child being influenced by either parent. And that was my goal in this case. This is why, while I was waiting to be contacted by Gage, after having left 2 messages with whom I believe to be Dad's significant other, because she was familiar with Gage and took a very detailed message for me, but he didn't return my phone call on either days. But I spoke to Gage, and then I spoke to his 2 mentors in Washington that he's been working with for some time. So I can assure the court that I'm not working for either party. I'm appointed on behalf of the court. I'm neutral. I want what's best for Gage, whatever that may be, and I do need his input. I would greatly appreciate the child being made available to me so that I can meet with him, but it needs to be done without interference from either parent.
Right. I think, if this is a highly contested case, the parents are pretty guarded, and I don't want to get the wrong impression because, Dad's having these perceptions, but were you appointed pro bono, Ms.
I was, Your Honor. Yes.
Okay. And we do appreciate you doing it for pro bono purposes. So, as far as I know, this is what we have. Maybe it's just some types of misunderstandings here because Ms. Cooley had already made contact with the child, had a phone number, and then that phone number that was given was on call restrictions. So she did talk to Gavin and Suzette on both sides of the household there. And Suzette took a very detailed message. And
On 2 occasions, Your Honor.
on 2 occasions?
2 occasions, yes.
Recently, right? And you spoke
Yes,
to...
August 18th and August 19th.
That was the one. Okay, so, yeah. I get a lot of he said, she said, so I don't know where the miscommunication went between you and Suzette, Alex. I'm not sure if she gave you the message, and I'll understand that, but I think you need to take it up with her if she didn't pass the message along, because she seemed really nice on the phone and took the message down and, wrote it down and took it in detail and made sure she got the message correct from Miss Cooley, so pass it along to you. And are you claiming, Alex, that, and I'll unmute you here, that Suzette didn't give you a detailed message?
I did not get a message at all. Again, Mrs. Cooley stated that she contacted the mother for the phone number. Why would she not give me an email, hey, Mr. Counsel, I'm having a hard time getting a hold of Gage. Could you please have him call me? Which would be my responsibility to make sure that happened, and absolutely would make it happen. Again, it just seems that she's working with the other party collectively against me, because as far as I perceive, that she has shown she has not done her part in this case at all.
Oh.
And if it's in Gage's best interest, his best interest is not justified with the misunderstanding.
Let me try and see if I convey that correctly back to Ms. Cooley. One moment. So, Ms. Cooley, his phone number is on all his pleadings. Did you try that phone number as well?
I did not try to contact Dad because I had been given, and to clarify, Mom did not give me the phone number over the phone. She gave me the phone number via email.
Okay.
So I didn't reach out to Mom either.
Okay. So, but Dad is having a hard time with the fact that his number is listed and email is listed on all his pleadings, and he's filed a lot of pleadings in this case. Could you have possibly reached out to him there to find a phone number for Gage?
I'd certainly be willing to. I was just trying to have direct contact with the child, which is typically what's done for a child of this age.
So you look to Mom because she's the primary custodian. Is that maybe your intention?
Mom,
yeah, and you were aware that Gage was here in Vegas until he was returned to go back to school. But you emailed Mom directly without copying the dad, basically?
No, that is not correct, Your Honor. I had Gage's number from when I had contact with him when he was in Washington.
Right.
The 253 number, which is a cell phone number. That number had calling restrictions, but prior to calling that number, Mom had emailed me and said, Gage's cell phone is, Dad is not letting him use his cell phone. This is the number that he called me from. This would be a number to call. So when his 253 number didn't work, I tried the 702-655 number.
Right.
So that's how that works.
And somebody answered the phone, and her name was Suzette, and she knew what you were talking about. She said, oh, you're looking for so-and-so, let me take a message and pass it along. So,
well, I specifically asked for Gage counsel. Well,
right.
She identified herself as, she said, this is Suzette. I said, I'm calling for Gage counsel.
Yes.
And, identified myself, and she said, well, I can give him a message. So I left my information. And then I did that.
and you thought that was sufficient because the lady on the other end of the line said, "Oh yeah, I know Gage, and I'll send him a message." So the
Correct.
message was for Gage, not for Dad.
Correct. And, Your Honor, I haven't been communicating with Mom either. I'm guardian ad litem of this child.
Okay.
I'm trying to have contact with this child, absent
Right.
interference from either parent.
Okay. So, Alex, we got to use common sense here. The person she spoke to absolutely knew what she was referring to, knew who Gage Counsel was, took a message. The message was not for Alex, it was for Gage. And it was, I guess, her responsibility to get that message over to Gage. And I presume you know who Suzette is, and you'll be having a little talk with her about whether or not, or I don't get, text her now. Why didn't you give me the message that the GAL was looking for? Don't jump to conclusions. I don't think Miss Cooley here is acting in concert with the mom. I think it was sufficient common sense that when the person answered the phone at that 702 number and they knew who Gage Counsel was, let me take a message for Gage, that's that person's responsibility. And that is sufficient for the court, for the GAL to understand that the person on the other line was taking a message down for Gage to call her. And I'm pretty sure Gage, he's old enough, he knows who Shelley is. And if he didn't call her, he didn't call her. I'm just surprised, though, that she didn't tell you the whole story when she picked up that phone at that 655 or whatever number, 702 number. And common sense tells me she should have told Alex, hey, there's a message, somebody's looking for Gage and involves your son, so I think you ought to know. But if Suzette didn't tell you, then I'm not going to point the finger at Miss Cooley. So you follow? I can't do that because she did her duty. She looked for him, and whether, I'm not going to have her removed because I don't find that she is coercing with the mom. I think it was a miscommunication. Whatever happened after that message was left with Suzette, that's on you, sir. That's on you. So that's not Miss Cooley's fault. Okay. So I don't want any wrong questions. I don't want any misperceptions. And this attorney, the guardian neglect, she's doing this at no charge, volunteering her time, and we, expect them to be neutral. And she's always been neutral in this case. You can have whatever perception you want, but she handles how she does things. I make the inquiry, and I find that everything she's done is proper. Okay, so she's not contacting mom every day. They're not out, having Zoom chats and stuff. They're not having side chats. She's just here to report back to the court and be Gage's attorney, be Gage's voice. All right. Well, I sort of said my piece on that. So we'll leave it at that. You're staying on as the GAL, and we appreciate your pro bono time, Ms. Cooley. And we're so we're going to proceed with this motion, take some oral arguments on this. I don't know if we, Ms. Cooley, you're welcome to stay. Should I make the GAL stay and listen to the arguments on both sides? Or should we just tell her this, what should she be looking for the updated report? Because we are going to get an updated report, Ms. Cooley, which if it holds up my decision for a couple of days, then it holds up my decision. And then I'm going to take it under advisement, do a written decision on a temporary order. This is our Arcella type factors type argument, and also a temporary change of custody under Ellis versus Carucci. So,
Your
you're
Honor,
familiar with it.
if I may, the last hearing that we had, you said that I could provide a verbal update. It sounds like, in light of Dad's recent motion, that you would like me to do a written update. Is that correct?
I am anticipating an update about, we haven't talked to him since November, so, you make inquiry. He didn't get the spring break with the dad. They had a big dispute over that, but Dad finally got him for the summer. I said it's an essential activity to spend your summer with the dad, so the dad had him, and he was just returned recently, and then over the course of the summer, Dad obtained the child's grades. The parents are opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of, is he failing school, and has it been a consistent failures, and will he do, what is the child's understanding of his grades? There were behavior incidents I read in the motion, maybe a couple of times, one time a suspension. I mean, if you want to stick around and hear all that, Dad's going to give his side of the story, and then Mom's attorney, Mr. Page, is going to give the mom's position about, the child's always been, a average student, always struggled with school, and according to Mom, he's improved, and according to Dad, absences, tardies, and behavior incidents and suspensions at school is not improved. But I think I kind of gave the picture to you. So if if you have other hearings you have to go to, you don't have to stick around for that. But this is the update should relate to school and academics and behavior at school, and what is going through Gage's mind. How you like your school, you like your teachers. Do you have problem with authority? Has the home environment been a struggle for him? He's acting out. We don't know what, if this is something new since they stipulated for Mom to move to the state of Washington, or this has deteriorated according to the dad. So that will be the issues.
Your Honor, my specific question was at the last hearing, you said I could do just an oral update. Mm-hmm. Do you want me to do an oral update or a written report now that Dad has filed his motion?
I'll make it your preference, but at a minimum, a verbal update. Because you're doing this pro bono, you're a very busy attorney, you've got paid cases you got to deal with, I understand that. I'm just as good with a verbal.
Okay.
Now, these people are going to a custody trial. We haven't started it. Sometime in early 2021. Heads up, they might subpoena you for some little bit of testimony. So that's the child testifying at their trial. And I'd like to keep costs down low for you, and your time is valuable. So verbal is the least intrusive way to get the update. And this is a temporary motion. It's a temporary motion, so they might want a written update right just before trial, because the report, and you testify as the author of the report, etc. So probably, I'm guessing, it's going to be a written report just before trial. Okay? So you know the issues. You have access to Dad's motion and Mom's opposition. You have that? I can have my JEA send it to you. Motion to the opposition. There's no reply. There's a couple of Dad's filed a bunch of exhibits, but he had access to written Odyssey.
I do, and I didn't realize that Mom had filed an opposition, so I can access that.
Yeah, that's another thing. When it was filed, Alex didn't have 7 days to reply, so I'm going to ask Alex if he wants his 7 days to reply, or we go forward with the motion today. I'll take it under advisement, and then I'll get we'll go back for another hearing to get the verbal report from the GAO. That's probably like 30 minutes or less, 10-minute presentation.
I should note that because this was done in order shortening time, it was not possible to get the opposition in any sooner. Therefore, Mr. Counsel foreclosed his ability to do a reply because he asked for an order shortening time.
Then, okay, so you guys ready to argue the motion? Do we need the GAL to hang around? I think she knows we framed the issues for her. And if you don't want her to hear you are arguing, or you do want her to hear it, I don't mind. I have no preference. Otherwise, I'll go so she has to do another work. She's so busy.
I don't think it would make a material difference in analysis.
Yeah. She's not really surprising. She's just going to tell me what's on Gage's mind. She's an objective GAL.
Well,
She's
it's
not
not necessary for analysis. She just has to report what Gage has to say, what the mentor has to say, what his brother has to say. So what we talk about here today doesn't really impact what she does.
He's just scrolling, yeah. I think I framed the issues very well. Okay. No objection, Alex. We'll let the GAL go. She knows the issues. She's going to have a little chat with Gage.
Your Honor, can Alex please have Gage contact me directly?
Is Gage in
I'd
Vegas?
like to place on the record that it's important that Gage have privacy, and it appears by his Washington phone number being shut off, and the mother and the stepmother not getting the message to Gage to give her a call, that there may be some issues as to whether Gage is afforded a reasonable right of privacy.
All right, let's all agree on a phone number that Miss Cooley can dial so she don't have to go on a wild goose chase. Can somebody type in a phone number or something? All right, I'll give you, Alex. Go ahead.
Contact my phone.
That's
I also have a question.
I was-
An
I'm sorry, I was
admonishment that
muted.
Mr. Counsel not discuss the matter with Gage.
neither parent shall discuss. That's a standard rule. Do not discuss the case with the minor child. Just
He will
I
not.
can't talk to the minor child, so she can't discuss it with him because he
Yeah.
won't allow contact.
I will not have the dad have any. I've not been able to even talk to Gage or Skype him since he was in.
Your Honor, Mrs. Cooley can reach out to me directly, or she can call the phone number at a date and time that she would like to set up. She may email me the date and time, and I will make sure that he answers the phone and he's readily available in private like he always is.
Where's Gage is still with you in Vegas?
I'm sorry, ma'am?
Is Gage still with you in Las Vegas?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, Your
Until
Honor.
when? Until when?
That should be until the 2nd of September as of right now, until we hear this matter today.
Well, I guess,
So she's more welcome to reach out.
where is Gage
Okay.
spending his days, if I may ask?
Does he have a day camp he goes to?
Yeah, he is currently going to a day camp and tutoring throughout the afternoons. And then, she's more than welcome to call him any given point in time. 5, 6 o'clock, he could be readily available. If
Would
that's
it be
convenient for Mrs.
possible?
Cooley.
Would it be possible for me
There's
to go
YMCA.
to his day camp? It's important as far as my duties go that I be able to talk to him without mom being present and without dad being present.
Or does he carry his cell phone at the day camp? And is there a recess at the day camp where Miss Cooley can have a little chat with him?
I'll check. I think day camp actually is ending as of today for the rest of summer. So like I said, he's more than welcome. She can call. I make sure he has privacy. He can go outside. Whatever needs to be done. All she has to do is make a.
Okay. So this is how it works.
She needs to make an appropriate effort to reach out to him at any given point in time. Like I said, I have no knowledge of any of this at all.
Do you have call restrictions, or Miss Cooley can she send you a text or something, and then you
Absolutely.
can
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
She just has to make an appropriate time. Like I said, she has yet to even contact me. I had no knowledge of it.
Okay. Well, we got everybody connected now. Text the dad and make Gage available. You'll make Gage available, and Gage can video call, video chat her. So usually, they can they video call in whatever environment that they're in, and then video
Absolutely.
call. All
I
right.
recommend that Gage should call on his 235 number because that's his Washington cell phone number. If he would just take off the call restrictions, then
There's no call restrictions because I don't even know how to call on the phone.
Your Honor, I have not been able to speak to Gage on the phone since he arrived in Nevada, or had a
Can we
Skype
stay on-
call from.
That's another
Can
issue
we
for
stay on
trial.
track, Your Honor?
Mr. Page, we'll address that at trial. If you're keeping some type of a,
Yes, Your Honor. Can you,
okay.
as judicial estoppel, can we please just focus and move forward?
All right. Thank you, Ms. Cooley. You have Dad's number. You can call him. Please make Gage available. Have Gage, dial you, or he'll tell you to call Gage's cell phone. Dad says there's no call restriction, so you see a lot of he said, she said I get here. Yeah.
Okay,
May
I will try calling.
I'd like to make the request that the call with Gage be by FaceTime so we can verify that it's him and also verify that he has privacy.
He's got an iPhone, guys?
No, we have an Android, and he will do a video call. If whatever we have to do to figure it out. So again, can we please move forward? Mrs. Cooley does have my correct phone number now, and prevented any more judicial stuff.
How about a face-to-face station in private?
I
Face-to-face.
don't want her to do more work than she has to for free. We've already done our work for free.
I don't tell Miss Cooley what to do. She knows the protocol because she's trained as a guardian ad litem. So she's trained how to do these things. All I know is she gives a report back to me. So
Yes.
could you do me a favor and just kind of keep Mom apprised? Hey, we had a call, the call. I've been reached out. And it happened, and I was able to make a call, and just kind of keep Mom objectively informed. So, yeah, the two parties are, paranoid with each other. So, keep them informed. Okay, thank you, Miss Cooley. Have a good day. All right, guys. I'm gonna release Miss Cooley. I'm gonna take a 2-minute break because I want to get some ice water, and it's really hot in this room. So. I'm going to get some ice water. I'll be back in 2 minutes. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I think I just.